Hey there, Boots Owen here. I got this thing recently, about a month ago maybe. It's a Leatherman Surge. Interesting little multi-tool, I think quite useful. Pliers and various other accessories. There's a scissors, I'll have to show you a look at these things now. Scissors like that, and you open that and it kind of comes out and locks. So you've got a little scissors and a saw that's got an interchangeable blade that if you lock it open then you can slide this thing off using using force. This should slide off. Maybe I need to open this a bit first. I was able to do it. Pushing my finger against the saw blade, there we go. Rotate this fellow off like that, and then you can get your saw blade out and interchange it with another one. There's a diamond file saw blade, hacksaw blade, also in the kit. Slides up, locks, unlocks with this fellow here, and then it has front and back a pair of knives. Not a pair, if that's a thing, but it's got a straight bladed knife and it's got a serrated edge knife, and both open out quite easily with limited friction and lock in position. Now, the issue is that these blades are just over 3 inches. I'm talking 3 1/8 inch there in length. Let's look at this one first. This is even slightly longer. It really is. I've hooked the tip on there, but it's just over 3. And this one here, if I hook the tip on, again, just over 3 inches. That's one issue. 3 inches is the limit for knives out and about in the UK. The other issue is the lock. If you have a knife that locks, so you have to make some effort to unlock it, like this, click, it is illegal to carry it in the UK, unless you have a reason to carry it, like you're a tradesman who needs a knife. Electrician might need one for stripping cables or that kind of thing, and in that case a multi-tool is quite a useful thing. Contrast that to my old Victorinox Swiss Army knife, which is similar width actually, slightly shorter. This one, its biggest blade is here. Friction again, but this is about, what would that be, 2.5 inches, maybe slightly over 2.5 inches in length. So friction blade, friction mechanism, and shorter than 3 inches. This is completely legal. You could have this in your pocket all day long in the UK, and if the police find it, it's not a problem. This, the act of simply carrying this at all in the UK, makes it an offence, unless you have a reason for it. So I was thinking, right, there's a few options, and this is where I want you to get involved with me if you would, and just maybe offer your suggestions. I can unscrew this and take the blade off. If the blade's gone, both of them, the problem's gone. I don't need a knife most of the time, I would guess. Some of the other features are more useful to me. Maybe that's an option. Just take the blade away, put a washer of that dimension in place to take its position and just hold the rest of the tools together. That's one option. Take the blade away. The other option is shorten the blade. Take 1/8 of an inch off the tip with a grinder, down to 3 inches. That makes that problem go away. So now they're short enough. The final issue is the locking mechanism. For this to be legal, it doesn't matter how long the blade is. If it has a locking mechanism, it's illegal to carry it in the UK. Now, I should mention, at the middle of the video as I am, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't tell you what to do, and this is just me interpreting how I live my life based on what the internet has told me. With this locking mechanism, once again, it's illegal. So I would have to remove the locking mechanism or the knife. There's no in between here. You can't have a locking mechanism on a knife in the UK, from my understanding of it. So if I got in there, maybe from behind with a little grinder on a Dremel, or just dismantled the whole thing, chopped off the locking mechanisms that are on the knives, in that case it wouldn't be a locking mechanism, but I would have to do that and dock the length to make it 3 inches or under 3 inches, whatever the rules are. What do you think? Is it democracy manifest? Is it nanny state? Is it one of these things? What's going on? If you have a reason for it, if it was in your car, in the toolkit in your car, it is a tool. If you have a knife in your car, or for a reason, if you're a chef on the way to work, then in theory, that's a legitimate reason. Why is this fellow gone loose here? That shouldn't fall out like that. So maybe that's gone a bit loose, has it? I better check that. It should be a bit slow to come out. Yeah, it feels a bit sloppy. It locks okay. I'll have to tighten that up. Let's do that while I'm here. So what do you think I should do? It is a bit loose. Peculiar. I'll have to tighten that up. What do you think I should do? Should I carry it and just get on with it? I think that's probably what a lot of people do who use tools. But if you were going somewhere like to a restaurant in the evening and you had this in your pocket, that's not okay in the UK. And that's a tricky way to be. What do you think? Tell me about it in the comments below. Rant and rave if you want, I'll read them, but it doesn't really help. What should I do? The answer in the short term is, and what I've been doing so far, is just not carry it. Use it around the home as a home device. But that's not really what I got it for. I got it to be handy. I guess if you're on a bicycle and you have it in the bicycle toolkit, it's okay, because there's a reason to have a knife on a bicycle, like if you need to cut your tyre off or something like that in an emergency, you know, when you've got a puncture and you need to replace it. Cutting your tyre is a bit of a silly one, but, you know, there's reasons when a knife would be handy. Or if you're out and about looking in skips, having a tool to open bags and things like that would be handy. But such a blade is a bit bulky for that, I would say. That's not what I got it for. So not having the blade really doesn't bother me. But it's just a bit weird that, you know, something sold as a kind of an everyday carry item, in this country at least, is no good. Right, questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for listening to my waffle, but I would appreciate if you would tell me what to do in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you later.